Jumping straight to it, Carmelo Anthony versus Austin Metcalf, Hood Justice versus Lord Justice. So I made a video about this recently, and it got a whole bunch of comments, people talking about hood justice is stupid, this, that, and the third. What I meant by hood justice, I was simply trying to illustrate a point that a lot of people in the hood are taught or believe that if someone puts your hands on them, that they have the right to do whatever to you in return, whether it's hit you with a bat, stab you, shoot you, or whatever. That's not the correct way to behave. We all get that. So in that last video, I was talking to my brother about the whole Austin Metcalf, Carmelo Anthony case and what was going on. Letting you know, I don't know the whole ins and out of the case. I just happened to come across this attorney, Dennis Spaulding's page, who was, I believe he was on the Willie D show, talking about the case because the black community is outraged over the verdict and or the sentencing of the verdict, and a lot was been said. Always dealing with race, there's always some things going on. If Austin Metcalf was a black young man or African American, it probably wouldn't be all of this far cry from the black community or the white community. So being that, you know, there's a race issue here in America, you got stories like this going on. So I wanted to make another video just kind of explaining what I meant about the whole hood justice versus law, because in the hood, that's what people think. Like I said in the other video, I was taught that as a young kid. Somebody put their hands on you, you knock the living, you know what, out of them, or you do whatever you need to do. Obviously, that's not the correct way to behave. We all know that's what's considered terms nowadays as a crash out. You just can't do something like that. So we was chopping it up about that. And as you see on my other videos on my channel, I deal with sports, largely, you know, being a former basketball player and things of that nature. I don't ever like dealing about topics like this. This was a hot topic that I found, especially the way that the attorney Spaulding was talking about it. And I said, wow, that's interesting. Let me talk about that a little bit, because typically people don't really think, even though I was told, you know, somebody put their hands on you to knock the living, you know what, out of them. I knew that I really can't pick up a pipe and hit somebody in the head because they push me or they're jumping me or whatever. I know that there's some consequences behind that. I've always been the one to think about consequences. So I'm not on team Carmelo Anthony, team black or team white or team Austin Metcalf, or no team. This is just a topic talking about what go on in the hood or the mentality of certain people due to their beliefs and upbringing, not knowing that in law that's incorrect, and just overall morality. You should know. Common sense should tell you can't hit nobody in the head with a pipe or stab somebody in the chest during an altercation and think it's justifiable. You know what I'm saying? So that's not going on anybody's team or saying anything on that topic. So just my thoughts on that. I don't really want to make too many more videos about this Austin Metcalf, Carmelo Anthony thing, but I did want to make a re-up video to my last video talking about Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, because I see a lot of people were taking the hood justice terminology and running with it. So I figured, let me give an explanation to that, because everyone don't understand my jargon, my Brooklyn, New York jargon and ideology or whatever it may be. And I don't understand everybody's jargon as well. So this is just for entertainment purposes. I don't know the ins and out of the whole case. I don't need to really know the in and outs of the whole case to make an opinion about someone getting into the altercation and stabbing the other one in the chest. In from both of them being young men. There you have it. Get in the comment section, let me know what you think. I wish the families of Austin Metcalf all the best. You know, someone lost their life. You can't forget about that. Regardless of the fact that Carmelo Anthony got 35 years, he still have his life. He's still breathing. He has a number. You ask guys that have been in prison for 20 years and guys that got life sentences and double life, how they feel about Carmelo Anthony getting 35 years. They would probably say he got a number. Like, what? He got a time where he could come home. He's still living. He's still breathing. He's still eating. He still could possibly get married one day and have kids. And Austin Metcalf lost his life. So definitely can't forget about that. Heard some other thing about Carmelo Anthony and fundraising money and things of that nature. I don't want to get into that too much. But shout out to his family as well. They lost a son as well, who probably acted a little bit too emotionally, too irrationally, and did something a little faster than he should have. In the comment section, let me know what you think. Live life, make it happen. Baby, peace.